Well, we're back with you live, and you can see on the screen the KF Junior category about to get underway with their final here this afternoon. That was Frederick Vesti on screen in the 3-1-2 Forza Racing Tony Kart. To the left of your screen, he will start out of pole position. Actually wearing Kush Maney's race suit. Kush not racing here this weekend, had a big accident at Lanato a couple of weeks ago. Kush, if you're watching back home in Bangalore in India, we wish you well, and we can't wait to see you back here next year in WSK in 2016. There is the Dane, Frederick Vesti, pole position, courtesy of a win in the pre-final earlier this morning. Alongside him, to the right of your screen, is Nicola Abruzzi in the 3-1-5 Baby Race Tony Kart. There he is, the driver from Bari in the south of Italy. Il Dottorino, you can see the doctor on the back of his helmet, keeping one eye on the MotoGP world title decider this afternoon. A big fan of Valentino is young Nicola. Charles Milesi from France on the second row of the grid in a factory Tony Kart. Speaking of factory Tony Karts, alongside him is this man, born in France, raised in Switzerland, but proudly waves the Union Jack. That is Clement Novalak. Starts out of grid number 4. Third row of the grid is Marta Garcia. She's been sensational throughout 2015. The girl from Valencia in Spain in the Alonso kart. She starts alongside number 303, Hampus Eriksson, who had a brilliant run in the pre-final, coming from something like grid 16 to finish third as the engines fire into life. Watch out for Hampus Eriksson. His older brother racing a Sauber F1 car in the Mexican F1 Grand Prix. On the other side of the planet this afternoon, there you can see Eriksson out of grid 6. Ricardo Fella in the LKE-powered Tony Kart out of 7. Alongside the girl from Siberia, Milan Ponomarenko, also LKE-powered. Milan out of grid 8. Grid 9 is the Chinese driver Yu Yang-sun and Marzio Moretti, grid number 10. Back through the field, some big names to look out for. Petr Pacic out of grid 24. Dmitry Bogdanov out of 26. Grid 28, Konsta Lapalainen, fastest qualifier from 103 drivers in the Junior World Championships, way back on the 14th row of the grid. Well, the field looked pretty good. Down through the Magny-Cours chicane, we were expecting 2 formation laps, but we may go green this time around. It is a 16-lap, 20-kilometre race. The red lights go out, and we are racing Frederick Vesti, a very aggressive start all down through the field. Vesti's going to lead them, a couple running out into the runoff area here in Bet Italy, turn number 1. But Vesti is going to lead from Nicola Abruzzi. Third spot is Charles Milesi. Right behind him is factory Tony Kart teammate Clement Novalak. Marta Garcia, she's made a good start. The young girl from Valencia is in position 5. Make that position 4 because Charles Milesi has been pushed wide and lost about 4 places in one corner. The Frenchman has gone from 4th back to position number 9 as Nicola Abruzzi up the inside. The Italian has gone through on the Dane. The Dane was not expecting that. He looked over the shoulder to say, where did you come from? Nicola Abruzzi says, I'm here to lead, I'm here to win. He leads them across the line for lap number 1 of 16. Frederick Vesti right in the slipstream of the Italian. Had a big look up the inside into Bet Italy turn number 2. Can't go through. Third place, Clement Novalak. Garcia is now up into 4th. Great start by Ricardo Fella, head of Yu Yang-sun. Nicola Abruzzi is going defensive now on Vesti. Vesti tries the outside. Clement Novalak's right on the tail of this group. Novalak on the tail, he's up the inside. He goes through on the Dane, they are side by side. He can't make it stick. Look what that's done. Nicola Abruzzi has now all of a sudden got an 8-kart length lead over the Dane. Novalak up the inside. Vesti's run a little bit wide and that's cost him 2nd place. The Dane back to 3rd. And he's going to be under pressure from the Ricky Flynn Motorsport driver from China. That is Yu Yang-sun in 4th. Marta Garcia, there she is, still in position 5, ahead of Fella. Charles Milesi's recovered. He's in 7th, head of Hampus Eriksson. Ponomarenko's 9th, head of the driver from Argentina, Giorgio Emiliano Carrara, in the LKE-powered Luxor kart. Abruzzi, your leader from Clement Novalak. Remember, he is the vice world champion for this year. He finished 2nd on that day at La Conca Muro Lecce to the American Logan Sargent. He's gone up the inside, but he's gone very, very deep. Abruzzi was not happy about that. They did not touch, but they both lost a lot of time because, look, Yu Yung Zhang from China, driving for the English Ricky Flynn Motorsport team, has gone through. He came a long, long way back. Abruzzi gave him room, but they were both pushed out into the marbles. Yu Yang Sun said, thank you very much. Abruzzi waved his hand to say, don't pass me like that, I'll give you room. But look at the time we've both lost. It's not over yet though, because this is only quarter race distance. Yu Yang Sun on the inside. The Chinese driver has now gone through. We've got a new leader. He comes from Asia. He comes from China. His name is Yu Yang Sung. He now leads for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. The front 5, 6 start to bunch up. Vesti's come back into play. One ahead of Marta Garcia. Ricardo Fella doing a fine job there in position number 6. There's Fella in the 339 Tony kart. They use every bit of the runoff area here at Adria Karting Raceway. The front 6 now pulling away. Hampus Eriksson, he's next in line. He's back in 7th. Head of Charles Milesi, Milan Ponomarenko, Giorgio Carrara. Head of Timothy Peslon, Vidales, Alessandro Giardelli, Marzio Moretti, and the Spaniard, Alejandro Lajas Lopez, rounds out the 15 as Vesti goes through on Abruzzi. Now Fella up the inside of Garcia, but can't make the move stick. Garcia has benefited. She's gone into position number 4. Yu Yang Su from China leads from the Italian, Nicola Abruzzi. Federic Vesti across the line. The big loser in that, though, has been Clement Novalak. Back in position number 5. Can the Englishman recover? Oh, Vesti and Abruzzi, they touch. You saw the nose cone of Vesti right up on the back of the baby race Tony kart of Abruzzi. Garcia also saw it, and she's closed right up behind the Dane and the Italian. The Chinese driver, he's pulling away. Yu Yang Sun's got a lead of 0.6 of a second. Abruzzi, Vesti, Garcia. Well, Garcia has had a brilliant 2015. She's the CIK FIA Academy Trophy champion. She won 2 of the 3 rounds. The round she didn't win at Le Mans, she finished still on the podium in 3rd spot. She's finished on the podium in the European KF Junior Championships. She's running 4th here this afternoon. She looks behind her in the 357 Alonso kart. Watch Vesti down the Bet Italy back straight. Abruzzi won't let the Dane through. Novalak back in 5th spot. He will come under a pressure from Hampus Eriksson. Milan Ponomarenko, the girl from Magnitogorsk in Siberia, Russia. Milan is in position number 7, ahead of Milesi. Vesti had a big look at the inside of Abruzzi. Abruzzi very deep under brakes, going through the Vega sweeper. Vesti once again had a look at Abruzzi, but he's very, very deep. Very difficult to get past, but quite a smooth, quick, no-nonsense driver is Nicola Abruzzi. Onto the start-finish straight, 121, 122 kilometres an hour here at Adria Karting Raceway. Vesti up the inside, up the inside. This time the Dane has made it stick. Abruzzi back to 3rd. Garcia in the Alonso kart, she's 4th. She's trying to line up the Italian as well. Vesti is now going defensive. All the while, despite the fact that they're dicing, they are actually catching the Chinese leader, Yu Yang Sun. 0.6 of a second. Oh, Garcia, nicely done up the inside. Clement Novalak watches on in 5th. No, Clement Novalak watches on in 4th because he's gone through. They're side by side, they touch. Novalak and Abruzzi has touched. Novalak has spun. Abruzzi's recovered on. Milan Ponomarenko in the Lenzo kart on screen, the big beneficiary Milan Ponomarenko, she was 7th last time around. She's going to come across the line in position number 5. Look who is one step off the podium. From Sweden for Ward Racing. Came from grid 16 in the pre-final. Hampus Eriksson now in the number 303 Tony Kart is in position number 4. Milesi, the Frenchman, behind her in 6th. Abrush has come across the line in 7th. Novalak is virtually out of it. I'm trying to find him on the timing screen. We take a look at the replay. They were side by side over the ripple strip. They touched. Novalak and Abrushi. Abrushi actually got up in the air. You can see Novalak spinning out of contention. That is the Brits' race done. Incredibly, Abrushi has continued on. He's in position number 7. Just lost another spot though to the Frenchman, Timothy Pessalon. Pessalon having his first run with Ricky Flynn Motorsport this weekend. He's now up into 7th in the 324 Alonso kart. Frederik Vesti though from Denmark over the back of the Chinese driver. Yu Yang Sun had a lead of 0.6 of a second. It's now down to virtually 0. 1 kart length from the Alonso kart. This is Hampus Eriksson. Now has got past Garcia. Unbelievable stuff. Garcia's now, she's been passed also by Marta Garcia. So the girls are going at it for position 4 and 5. The lead though, Frederik Vesti is going to be in the slipstream of Yu Yang Sun. Down the start finish straight, the Chinese driver knows he is there. Vesti flat out through turn number 1 at 122 kilometers an hour in the slipstream. Can't go through in the Bet Italy turn number 2. Vesti for Forza Racing out of England. Ricky Flynn Motorsport for your leader, also out of England. Up the inside. Ooh, Yu Yang Sun left the door open. But Vesti thought twice of it. Still got 5.5 laps in which to pass the Chinese driver. Eriksson incredibly is on the bottom step of the podium. The smallest driver in the field for Ward Racing. Up the inside, Frederik Vesti's gone through. They do not touch. He's made the move stick. He signals to Yu Yang Sing. Let's pull away from the rest of the field. We'll sort it out amongst ourselves. Gloves off in the final flying laps of this, the KF Junior Final here at the WSK Final Cup for 2015. Yu Yang Sun takes the high line. As we said, Forza Racing for your leader, Vesti out of England. Ricky Flynn Motorsport for 2nd place, Chinese driver Yu Yang Sung, also out of the United Kingdom. 3rd place, Hampus Eriksson, the driver from Sweden. Ward Racing from Sweden, now into 3rd. Nicely done. The inside rear jacks nicely on that Forza Racing Tony kart. He signals. Thanks very much. Look at that. The left hand goes up. Let's pull away, but I don't think they're going to be able to do that because Hampus Eriksson, younger brother of Sauber F1 star Marcus, who's racing the Mexican Grand Prix on the other side of the planet in a few hours' time. There's Hampus Eriksson in the 303 Tony kart. Comes down the straight in position number 3. He's been caught by Milan Ponomarenko in the LKE-powered Lenzo kart. Vesti in the Vortex-powered Tony kart. Yu Yang Sung also in a Vortex-powered kart. It's an Alonso chassis though. Virtually identical. Well, it is identical to the chassis that Logan Sargent took to victory in the Junior World Championships at the end of September at Le Conca Muro Lecese. So who's going to occupy the final step of the podium? Hampus Eriksson was looking good, but look who's right behind him. The girl from Magnitogorsk, Siberia, Milan Ponomarenko. At the WSK Night Edition back in July, in the final, she came from grid number 27 to finish 4th. She's driving another magnificent race here at Adria. She's one step off the podium. She doesn't want to come 4th at Adria again. She wants to get up on the podium. She possibly could even win it. 3 laps remaining. Hampus Eriksson up the inside. Eriksson has gone through on Yu Yang Sun. Watch, can Ponomarenko also do the same? Oh, she thought about it, but Yu Yang Sun has recovered 2nd spot. They touch Eriksson and sinks Yu Yang Sun out. Ponomarenko's gone through into 3rd spot, but Charles Milesi says, thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant, j'y suis second. The Frenchman is in second spot. Unbelievable stuff. Look who's come to play. The final step of the podium from Argentina, Giorgio Emiliano Carrara. Look at this. Yu Yang-sung tries to block the inside. Hampus Eriksson had it all locked up. Went over the front of that Ricky Flynn Motorsport Alonso kart. Milan Ponomarenko did avoid it, but it's cost her valuable time. She's now back in position number 5. Frederik Vesti's got a lap and a half to take victory here. The WSK Final Cup for Forza Racing. Milesi is second. Giorgio Emiliano Carrara is third. Driving the Luxor kart. Milesi, the Vortex-powered Tony kart. Likewise, for your race leader, he comes across the line to take the last lap board. Well, we were robbed of a battle on the dying laps. It's taken out Eriksson. It's taken out Ponomarenko effectively, although she does still come across the line in position number 4. Garcia, she's faded back to 9th, ahead of Riccardo Bella, Alessandro Giardelli. David Vidales in the energy kart, he's been a huge beneficiary. While all that was going on, the energy kart driver from Spain has got up into position number 3. But this is the final lap for your race leader. The final few corners for Frederik Vesti from Denmark for Forza Racing. Down through the Magny Short Course chicane for the final time. The checkered flag comes out. Frederik Vesti has won the WSK Final Cup for 2015. Charles Milesi from France is in second spot. David Vidales has come home third after coming from grid number 18. You won't believe it, but Milan Ponomarenko has again finished 4th here at Adria for the second time in 2015. Giorgio Carrara, 5th, ahead of Nicola Abruzzi, who had an eventful day to say the least. Ivan Shvetsov, Hampus Eriksson did limp home in position 8th, ahead of Garcia, 9th, and Riccardo Fella rounding out the 10. Take nothing away from your race winner for Forza Racing from the United Kingdom. Frederik Vesti has won the WSK Final Cup for 2015. Well, we didn't even see the Spaniard, David Vidales. He came from so far back, the 9th row of the grid, grid number 18. He's taken the final step of the podium. So it's Tony karts 1 and 2, and it's the energy kart of Vidales, powered by the TM, who will take the bottom step of the podium in just a few moments' time. That's a good result also for Charles Milesi, the factory Tony kart team. It's his best result of the year, if I'm not mistaken. Second place, Vidales is third from grid number 18. Bravo, Davide. Milan Ponomarenko, we said she came 4th at the WSK Night Edition at this very circuit back in July. Once again, she's come 4th. Head of the driver from Argentina, Giorgio Carrara, Abruzzi, Shvetsov. Hampus Eriksson, after looking good for a podium, had that big coming together with Yu Yang-sung, who came home in position number 12. But we have a new winner here in WSK. It is Frederik Vesti for Forza Racing. Charles Milesi is second, and the Spaniard, David Vidales, coming home in third. Stay with us on WSK.it in just a few moments. We will have the official podium presentations. Vidales, Milesi, and we will hear for the second time today the national anthem of Denmark. Take a look at the highlights. Vesti, remember, he started off pole position. Abruzzi ran the outside. Another driver not to finish who was in contention early on was Clement Novalak. Abruzzi going through on Vesti. There was Novalak at this point. He was in third spot. That's when he got up into second, very briefly. Abruzzi, Novalak, Milesi, Yu Yang-sung. He was the race leader for much of the time here this afternoon at Adria. Vesti. Milan Ponomarenko was starting her charge through the field. One stage we were sure that Marta Garcia would get up on the podium. She would fade to finish in position 9. Nicola Abrushi was Shvetsov. This was a big incident. Flat out down through the dip, easily turn number 2. Abrushi, Vesti touching. There's Garcia. Garcia, nice move on Abrushi to go through. Big incident here. Clement Novalak spinning out of contention. Abrushi as good as out, although he did come home in position 6. Yu Yang-sung from China didn't even make the podium in the end, unfortunately for the Chinese driver. Frederick Vesti got past him from that point on. They couldn't catch the driver from Denmark. Big incident here. Yu Yang-sung and Hampus Eriksson coming to grief. Also virtually taking Milan Ponomarenko out of the race, but Frederick Vesti, ecstatic. He took the win from Charles Milesi and David Vidales. We'll have the podium presentation for you in just a few moments. Then we will continue here at Adria on WSK.IT live with the KZ2 final, and we'll round off proceedings here with the 60cc mini class. There's the podium. We await the drivers. We'll have the podium presentation in just a few moments. Well, we're just waiting for the drivers to make their way up from Parc Ferme. David Vidales from Spain. Second place from La France, Charles Milesi. And the winner, Frederick Vesti for Forza Racing. They make their way up to the podium in just a few moments' time. The sun is still shining here at Adria Karting Raceway. What an eventful final it was. The crowd gathers at the bottom of the podium at this magnificent complex here at Adria Karting Raceway. Well, the drivers have made their way up to the podium. They're putting the Vega hats on. We'll let them catch their breath. 2 Tony karts and then Vidales in the energy kart. A great drive coming from grid number 18. Please welcome to the third step of the podium, a brilliant drive from Spain, David Vidales. Second place from La France, Charles Milesi. The winner of the WSK Final Cup for 2015 for Forza Racing. Let's hear it for Frederick Vesti. The third place trophy to be presented to Davide Vidales. Second place to Charles Milesi. And the winner from Denmark for Forza Racing, Frederick Vesti. As we stand by for the national anthem of Denmark. Your podium for KF Junior here at the WSK Final Cup. We'll step in here for a quick word with David Vidales from Spain in the energy cut. David, grid number 18 to come home third. Congratulations, brilliant drive.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a really hard race because from 18 to third, it's quite difficult. So very happy. Thank you, the team, my family, everybody that helped me today. Yeah.
Thank you and congratulations, David there. Second place from La France. Charles Milesi, félicitations. Great race to come home second to finish the year for Tony Kart.
Yeah, it was difficult, but it was a good race, and thanks to Tony Kart and my father.
Congratulations, Charles Milesi. And the winner for Forza Racing, congratulations from Denmark, Frederick Vesti. Frederick, what a drive.
Thank you a lot. It was an amazing race. I have no words. It's incredible. Thank you, everybody.
Congratulations, the KF Junior podium here at the WSK Final Cup. Stay with us. We will have the KZ2 final in just a few moments.